All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Thanks for taking time out of your day to check the video out. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover here today. So we're starting here talking about the next Naughty Dog game and how some fans believe that it may actually be a first-person title. Reading from PlayStation Lifestyle, Naughty Dog's new game could be a first-person adventure. Fans are speculating on the basis of a new job ad. The PlayStation Studio has a number of open vacancies for the brand new single-player game that it's excited about, but one particular role is accepting applications from candidates with experience in first-person action-adventure games. This job ad in question specifically mentions that Naughty Dog will consider it a bonus skill if a candidate has experience in third-person or first-person action-adventure games. Naughty Dog is known for its third-person games, so this part is what certainly stands out here. One could argue that this might be a generic job description, and the role is open to anyone with experience in either first or third-person games. While this could be true, we recall comments made by Naughty Dog boss Neil Druckmann at the DICE Summit in 2018, where he said that the studio is totally open to going first-person. While talking about The Last of Us, Druckmann revealed that Naughty Dog considered a first-person perspective before settling on third-person. He added that the next game that we do might not be third-person. Elsewhere, a separate job ad reveals that Naughty Dog is still using the Havoc engine for physics. So this is a very interesting catch here that I honestly wasn't expecting, and I also didn't realize that Neil Druckmann had confirmed previously that they are completely willing to make a first-person game. I don't know why. I guess that does make sense. This is a studio that probably is not necessarily willing to limit themselves strictly to just third-person games. But this job ad, I have to admit, while it doesn't confirm anything explicitly, does seem to lean in the direction that they could very well be working on a first-person game. I mean, why else would they specifically ask for somebody who has experience with first-person games? Like, that's the requirement. If you don't have experience with first-person games, you won't be qualified for the job. But when it comes to asking for experience in third-person games or third-person action-adventure games, that's a secondary, just kind of bonus qualification that it won't be the difference maker in whether or not you get hired to the studio. Again, I don't want to jump to conclusions here and say that this confirms their next game will be first person, but it definitely gives us a strong hint and points in that direction. So I want to ask you guys, how would you feel about Naughty Dog's next game being first person? I have to admit, I would be very surprised by that. Just genuinely wouldn't expect it. I think in my mind, I just expect the next single player Naughty Dog game to be third person. But I would also be very open to it because it's like, well, this is new, this is different. I'm certainly interested to see how a studio like Naughty Dog would handle a first-person game. And it also makes you wonder, will it specifically be a first-person shooter if it's a first-person game? I mean, who knows? Let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. Moving on from that, we're talking about an upcoming PlayStation 5 game and PC game, Until Dawn. Sony just announced the release date for Until Dawn. It's going to be October 4th, so sooner than expected. I thought Until Dawn would have been a November or December game, but they're putting it right there, early October, and they give a few details here. They say here, overhauled visuals rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5. Our new Until Dawn experience has been built from the ground up using Unreal Engine 5. We've updated character models, environments, interactable props, visual effects, and animations, all designed to maximize the Until Dawn experience on both PS5 and PC. We have completely relit the game to take advantage of Unreal Engine 5's rendering features, including ray tracing and enhanced materials, focusing on a more atmospheric and modern horror experience. They say one of our key visual improvements for Until Dawn has been around revisiting the character models and bringing them in line with modern audiences in character modeling and rendering. Improvements to textures, materials, rendering, and animation performance have all contributed to higher fidelity characters who we hope will resonate with both new players and existing fans of the game. We used modern pre-rendering simulation techniques to create more realistic real-time fluids, and you can see all the glory, as they put it here, of this, particularly in our updated character deaths. We've also updated our injury mask system, which allows us to add elements like cuts, bruises, tears, snow, and water to the characters' bodies. Now, they say here revised cinematography, production design, and new camera control mechanics. By using a combination of fixed and over-the-shoulder camera views, you can now see the world of Until Dawn from entirely new perspectives, blending the cinematography of the original with the introduction of a modern third-person camera. We hope to bring new life to the characters and locations. The camera's flexibility allows us to place new emphasis on important moments and tell the story from a view closer to the characters. Reworked prologue. Although we have committed to keeping the original narrative intact, we felt the prologue would benefit from some adjustments to its narrative pacing. We've given the Washingtons extra screen time to explore their close family bond and get to know them a little better. We have also reframed some of the original scenes and developed the context around the infamous prank. We hope this enhances its emotional impact. New collectibles. For the collectors and explorers among you, keep your eyes peeled because we've relocated all the original totems to be found all over again. We've also added hunger totems, a special new type of totem that holds a different kind of vision to the others. The game has also been sprinkled with new interactions and small new areas that hold them. This adds extra context and detail to the world of Until Dawn and rewards player exploration. And finally, customizable settings. We are proud to implement new accessibility and usability settings that will help more players enjoy the game. Additionally, we've created a new optional alternative for the Don't Move mechanic called Stay Calm. Stay Calm is for third-party peripherals that do not feature a gyroscope or for players who prefer a different challenge. So again, the game is coming out October 4th for both PS5 and PC, same day, and pre-orders are going to open up on August 21st. So yeah, again, a little bit surprising that it's coming early October. What's interesting to me is that Silent Hill 2 Remake is coming October 8th, and that game is seemingly going to appeal to the same core audience that is looking for a horror experience in October. Hopefully these games don't have to compete with one another. But yeah, I haven't played Until Dawn, so this is a game that I'm going to be picking up and trying out. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let me know your thoughts. Moving to the next topic in line, we're talking about Gamescom and how Geoff Keighley is letting everybody know that don't worry, there will be new game announcements. This is being reported by Push Square, and they say here that the organizer, Geoff Keighley, and host has felt the need to make things clear after listing off a bunch of known games that are set to appear during the presentation. Naturally, these unannounced titles will remain shrouded in mystery until the show, unless there's some kind of leak that occurs beforehand. But so far, Geoff Keighley has noted that games like Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Monster Hunter Wilds, Marvel Rivals, Dune Awakening, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and Civilization 7 will be present. We also know that Metaphor ReFantazio, Phantom Blade Zero, and Crimson Desert will also be there, at least in demo form. But let's face it, new game announcements, as per Geoff Keighley's Twitter post on the subject, could mean anything. Typically, Gamescom isn't the place for gigantic reveals. It's always been more of an update show because of its proximity to events that take place earlier in the summer. So yeah, I did want to let you guys know that, you know, Geoff Keighley is letting us know that there will be new game announcements, but he doesn't give any further details. I guess maybe some people were legitimately thinking that, okay, Gamescom is literally just going to be dedicated to games that we already know about, nothing new. But at the same time, as this article points out, we shouldn't get our hopes too high because Gamescom really is not the place where you see any type of big game reveals. I could see some smaller indie titles getting revealed, maybe some AA games, but yeah, just figured I would let you guys know about that because I know quite a few of you are planning on tuning into Gamescom. Moving on to the next topic here, we're talking about Concord because we're getting new details on the planned roadmap for this game. Being reported by VGC, Firewalk Studios has revealed details about the post-launch roadmap for Concord. Sony's upcoming live service game, which is priced at $40 ahead of its PS5 and PC release on August 23rd, will launch with 16 playable free gunners and unlockable variants, 12 maps, and 6 game modes. As previously reported, Concord won't have a battle pass, but an in-game store will be introduced in October as part of the game's first major content drop, Season 1, The Tempest. With Season 1, we'll also be introducing an in-game store for those looking to personalize their free gunners further with additional customization items and to continue to support the game. This is what Firewalk Studios game director Ryan Ellis said in a PlayStation blog post. These will supplement the hundreds of rewards earnable through progression and will be solely cosmetic, optional, and have no gameplay impact. Season 1 will include a new free gunner, a new map, additional free gunner variants, earnable cosmetics and rewards, plus a new batch of weekly cinematic vignettes that advance the story. Season 2 will follow in January of 2025, promising the same type of new content as Season 1, plus a new game mode. So, yeah, all signs are pointing towards Concord not doing well at all. There doesn't seem to be any excitement for it whatsoever. It's clearly going to struggle, but there are going to be people who are going to play this game, and the studio and Sony do seem committed as they're putting out this roadmap here. And it's interesting because if you look at this, they show you October Season 1 begins, and then January 2025 Season 2 begins. But beyond that, you can see a little glimpse here where it says April 2025, where presumably Season 3 begins. So at the very least, if you are somebody who's planning on playing Concord, you're going to get a solid 3 seasons at minimum that last until mid 2025. But beyond that, we don't really know anything else. So I just figured for those who are interested in this, here's the roadmap that Sony's putting out. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when this game launches. But guys, that is going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. If you did, be sure to leave the video a like. It helps the videos more than you know. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the bell notification icon and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.